Hey everyone, so I'm going to be showing you step by step how to use tofu. I'm going to show you the recipe I make, and I'm also going to answer all your questions you could possibly have about tofu for those of you who have never tried it. So as I go along, as I'm cooking, I'm going to answer a whole lot of questions from what is tofu, why do people eat it, what does it taste like, what is the texture, and the questions go on and on. So I'm going to answer every single one of the questions that I can think about while I'm making my recipe. And the tofu that I'm using is this Simple Truth Organic Tofu Extra Firm. And like I said, I'm going to show you step by step from taking it out of the package to what you do with it, how you cook it, and what it tastes like, and everything in between. And I'm going to be making this very simple recipe of tofu, and I'm going to be making it with this rice, the Thai curry, rice and pasta blend in a spicy curry, soy, and sesame flavored sauce. It's really good. I've made this many times. So let me get started and open up this tofu. This is what it looks like when you open it up, and there's going to be water inside it, so you have to drain the water. And then what I'm going to do, since I'm not using all of it right now, I'm going to cut it into portions how much I want to cook up right now, because I'm just going to put the rest in a Ziploc baggie, and it'll stay good for about maybe 2 or 3 weeks in the fridge. So I'm not going to use quite half of this, but I'm going to put it on some paper towel. What you want to do is you want to get the excess water out. It will cook up and fry up so much better. Make sure you get the moisture out, and I will show you how I do it. And just put some paper towels on the bottom and some on the top. And as you can see right there where I have it cut, I'm only making a very small portion. I believe this block of tofu is 4 or 5 servings, so I'm just going to make up about 1 serving right now. And this is how I'm going to store the remainder of the tofu. I just have it in a baggie, and then I have it in a bigger Ziploc bag. So the expiration for this is October 18th. That's almost a month away. So it'll stay fresh in your fridge for about 2 or 3 weeks, like I said. And it is possible to freeze any kind of tofu. So if you had that question, that's the first question I'm going to answer. Yes, you can freeze tofu. Okay, I have it all sliced up, and you can actually slice it up any way you like. I just tend to always slice it up like this into little cubes. So I'm just waiting for it to finish draining and get all the moisture out. So I've actually changed the paper towels a couple times. I just want most of the moisture out before I start cooking, and then it's going to cook up a whole lot better. So in a skillet, I have some olive oil and some butter. I have it all mixed up together. So now we're ready to cook the tofu. So now it's cooking, and it doesn't actually take that long. I'm going to say probably about 10 minutes on medium high, and you're going to get the nice browned look that you're going for. So I'm going to let this cook a little while longer and show you what it looks like when it's almost done. Okay, as you can see, it's almost done, and you can add any kind of spices that you like. I just added some salt and some pepper. I added a little bit of garlic and a little bit of Italian seasoning, believe it or not. So let me just answer a few of the questions, the main questions people have about tofu. So number one question, what does it taste like? Well, it brings on the flavor of anything that you cook with it. So if you make a chicken stir-fry recipe and you use like chicken stock, it's going to taste like chicken. It definitely takes on the flavor of anything you cook. If you cook a hot spicy meal and you add the tofu and with it all mixed together, it's going to have a hot spicy flavor. So that is the great thing about tofu. You can add it to any recipe and it's going to definitely fit right in. And why do people eat tofu? Well, basically, it's really good for you. It's high in protein, and it's a great alternative to meat if you want to try to cut meat out of your diet. So excellent. It's really good for you. And I guess the last question people has is, what is the texture? So the texture of this kind of tofu, the firm tofu that I'm cooking up right now, I would best describe it as it has the texture of a very, very soft, tender, processed chicken. So if you ever have like a frozen meal and you know that chicken is processed because it's way too tender and it's way too, moist, that is the texture of tofu. So let me get this stirred up before it burns, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all done. And this is what you want the tofu to look like. So it's nice and browned and it looks really good. And for those of you who've never tried it, it is really, really good. I swear, one time I didn't have tofu in the house, I was actually craving it. So anybody who thinks tofu isn't good, it is really, really good. So that's what it should look like. And also my rice is all done. So now I'm going to get my plate all together and show you what the finished product looks like. Okay guys, this is what the finished dinner looks like. It looks really, really good. So if you guys want to try tofu, you can even Google search all kinds of really, really good tofu recipes. So this is kind of like my go-to meal. So if any of you are in a transition into veganism like I am, then this would be a great meal to start with. And when I say transition, a lot of people try to go vegan right away. And if you don't know a lot of food to eat and a lot of recipes, you're going to starve and you're going to fail. But for me, for instance, I can go a week or two with no meat at all and go completely vegan, and then I slip up for the next month or so. So there's no time rush. If you have eaten meat all your life, but you want to start doing better, start learning some really good recipes. That way you have some go-to meals. You're less likely to fail. So if you're trying to become vegan, just take it in baby steps. Try being vegan for 2 or 3 days at a time. I think the longest that I've went completely vegan was 2 months. And I don't know why I slip up and go back to my old ways. Mainly it's because of convenience and the easiness of the recipes that I'm already familiar with, if that makes sense. So the more recipes you know that are healthy and vegan, the more likely you are to succeed. So who knows, maybe I'll be completely vegan next month, or maybe it might take me 2 years, but the more healthy meals you can get in there for yourself, the better. So there's no race, no hurry. Just try to eat healthy and learn really good recipes. So if you're new to my channel, please like this video and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.